Hey guys, Rose from Rebel Leader Academy here. So as you can see, I'm back from my trip to California and back in my closet. I don't know if that's a downgrade, but anyway, today I want to talk to you about something that plagues us all, which is our lovely ability to set goals and then not follow through with them. This is just something we do over and over and over again. Of course, New Year's resolutions is the biggest example of this, that we do it on a large scale. So what in the world happens in our minds between our lovely intentions and our going, yes, I would like to lose weight, or I would like to get that new job, or, I want to have that better sex with my mate, whatever the case may be that you're setting goals around. How do we go from all of this positive energy around this goal to all of a sudden being like, fuck it, I'm not going to do that today? It doesn't make any sense, or it seems not to make any sense, until you realize what's actually going on. So if you're really interested about following through with your goals and being able to create a life that you are passionate about and that sets you on fire, then this is definitely the episode for you. First of all, the part of our brain that sets a goal is our prefrontal cortex. So this is the front of our brain. It's the newest developed part of our brain in terms of evolution, and it has to do with consequential thinking and goal creation and what we want for ourselves, all those lovely things, right? And we set goals from this part of our brain and we write them down and we do all the things we're supposed to do. And then all of a sudden it comes time to do those things, whether it's go to the gym, let's just say, because that's an easy one. And suddenly we go, oh, I don't really feel like it. Maybe not today. I think maybe I'll just go tomorrow. What's one day? And you start to negotiate with yourself in this really strange way. So what's happening is there's a whole other part of your brain, your limbic system, that is a bit older and has to deal with your emotions. And this part of your brain is all about keeping you safe. So you have one part of your brain setting these goals, saying, I'm going to do something different. We're going to change our pattern. And then you have another part of your brain going, oh no, I don't think so. I think we're perfectly fine here. We've been safe all along. We're going to keep doing exactly what we've been doing. So in traditional, coaching or in psychology, they talk about this as resistance, right? So whenever you feel, whether it's frustration, hesitation, all of a sudden being overwhelmed, stressed around your goal, around acting in particular on that goal, that is this wall of resistance that we face. So here's the thing, though, is that there is a way to get past that wall. Now, there's a long ways around the wall, which a lot of people will teach you. And, I know those techniques and they work, However, there's kind of a shortcut that's worked for me. And the moment one of my mentors said this to me, I was like, all right, I think I'm just going to stop with all that resistance shit once and for all. And I don't know, maybe it's because it was put in kind of our rebel language. But what worked for me was she goes, that voice that starts to talk to you, I don't feel like doing it today. I don't want to do it. I don't feel good. Whatever that voice is telling you that's going against the goal that you actually set for yourself, that's your loser. Period. That's your inner loser. That's the voice that's going to not get you where you want to be, keep you stuck where you are. And even worse, that's the voice that's actually going to send you more into stress and overwhelm than if you just took action on the thing you said you were going to do. So don't negotiate with your loser. And that's really it. So when I really let that sink in, I'm like, all right, that is my loser. Like, that's my inner loser. And I have to own that, right? It changed everything for me. If I had to, whatever it was, sit down and write a blog post and I just wasn't feeling inspired, here's my inner loser. Oh, you're just not creative today. You didn't get enough sleep. Whatever the fuck it's saying. And the better part of my brain, the one that sets goals, could just be like, shut the fuck up, loser. I'm not going to listen to you right now. And it just totally took everything. Just whoop, gone. And then I'd actually sit down or, put on my gym shoes or whatever the case was that I was about to argue with myself over. And that's really what it is, right? It sounds like an argument in your own head with yourself. So some people have called this, the devil and the angel, but I don't like to put it in good or bad terms because, goals aren't necessarily good or bad. They just are your intention. They're what you want to do. So it's not really like you got a devil on your shoulder telling you to do evil things. It's more sneaky than that. It's more like, it's usually, oh, I don't feel like it. Some version of I don't feel like it. Some kind of excuse that part of your brain that's meant to keep you safe is going to start telling the other part of your brain that's meant to grow you and evolve you and get you towards your goals. So if you just label it that way, the loser voice, and just say, you know what? In life, I don't negotiate with losers. In my own head, I don't negotiate with losers. And recognize that part of yourself, everything changes. All of a sudden, you start to recognize, all right, which voice am I really going to listen to here? The one that set the goal and wants me to improve my life and get me where I want to go? Or the one that wants to keep me in mediocrity, wants to keep me in sameness, wants to keep me safe, right? That's really what it's about. So you don't have to hate your inner loser voice. It is trying to keep you safe. But, just be like, nope, I'm not going to do it. I'm just not going to talk to you. Not going to let you take up space in my brain. And here's the thing. I mentioned when you take action towards your goals, you actually stop overwhelm and stress and that kind of mental fatigue right in its tracks, because you're no longer negotiating with your own self. You're no longer expending all of your creative energy, all of your potential energy to actually act and do your goals on this process of sitting there going, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I, for all kinds of reasons, right? So I want you to think about that the next time that you're just going about your day. And for me, the first time I learned this technique, it came up a lot. And I'm not saying you're going to get rid of your loser voice right away. The first time it could be like, I sat down to write something and it took me an hour before I was finally able to just shut that loser voice up and do what I needed to do. But the more you start training your brain to shut that part of you up, to just be like, nope, not going to listen, the faster it is for you to actually get into action towards the goal that you said you set for your own self. Now, there's some complexity around this because maybe you didn't set the right goal in the first place. Maybe your actual intentions are misaligned with your core desired feelings, what you actually want to feel in your life. Maybe your goal was really from the outside in instead of the inside out. We're going to go into all of that sort of dynamic. But let's just pretend for the sake of this conversation, you actually set the right goal for you. Don't negotiate with your loser. Just stop doing it. Recognize when that voice is coming in. And one of the questions I get asked most about this is around being a workaholic, right? So people tend to interpret this as me saying, if you need to take a break, like a legitimate break, you're sick, you're actually like you haven't slept in 5 days for some reason, whatever, like the self-care aspect. One, not only should that be baked into your schedule, if you're really living a conscious life, that's part of like setting yourself up for success is having those break times and having those points of relaxation, whatever that looks like to you. So in those moments, let's give this scenario. Let's pretend it is whatever. You have decided that at 8:00 p.m. at night, no matter what, you're going to turn off your work and you're going to go have time with your family or relax or whatever the case may be, right? At 8:05, you still have an email to write. It's your loser voice in that moment that's going to be like, no, you need to write that email. Instead of the part of you that's like, no, you know what? It's time for me to spend time with my family. Or it's time for me to go take a bath and relax. So the loser voice isn't the one that's always telling you to work. It's the one that's misaligned with whatever intention you have set for yourself in that moment. Because the front part of your brain, that one has already set you up for success. We're not stupid. We actually know what it takes to be successful for the most part. And if we don't, that's where training comes in and we know where to get it and we can be resourceful. So all I'm saying is the loser voice is the one that's going against the intention you set for that time, however that intention was or whatever that intention was. If it's to work, you work and the loser voice is going to tell you not to work. If it's to relax, you relax and the loser voice is going to tell you not to relax. So stop spending and wasting your internal energy in negotiating with the loser part of you and call it that. Or maybe call it something even worse, whatever you want to call it that gets you motivated to stop listening to it. Pretend it was some obnoxious friend or something, that's like in your space, always telling you what to do in the worst way. Like they just, no. So that's it. That's really how you achieve your goals, is to take action when you say you're going to take action and not negotiate with the loser part of you. All right, guys, I hope this was helpful. And around goal setting and things, we're going to be doing that too. So there's a lot to it, but this is really a key component if you really want to just move into action and move forward towards your dreams. So for those of you following along with our contest, it is almost over. I can't even believe the whole month is almost gone. But tonight, our letter is A, beginning of the alphabet, A. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you guys can go ahead and watch our warrior contest videos. And every day we give you a letter. And at the end, which is just a couple days from now, if you have all the letters and you got the passphrase, you'll be eligible to win one of 3 really cool prizes, which we're going to announce later this week. All right, guys, thank you for watching. And I will see you on day after tomorrow, whatever that is, Sunday. All right, guys, bye.